Hey my good friends, Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. This week the entire world was given its first look at the all-new 2020 Toyota Corolla Sedan. And I was one of the very first journalists in the United States to get my own personal sneak peek at the car in person. So our first look, it's coming right up. While I was in California at the media test drive for the 2019 Toyota RAV4, they whisked the media into a secretive dinner held at a giant winery warehouse where an ominous banner hinted at what lay behind. Like fans with backstage passes, the assembled media rushed to see the surprise sneak peek at the all-new 2020 Toyota Corolla Sedan. The covers pulled back, we were given the first stateside glimpse of the all-new sedan version of the Toyota Corolla we first tested earlier this year in hatchback form. Translating almost identically from the new Toyota Corolla hatch, the sedan gets all new style inside and out, the new TNGA platform, new powertrain options, and more technologies to boot. Shown to us in both an XLE and the new top-line XSE Sport model, the 2020 Corolla Sedan rides on a 106.3-inch wheelbase as before, but grows slightly wider by almost an inch. Height is almost an inch lower, and the overhangs noodle just slightly for a car that sits almost identically in the same footprint as before. As expected with Toyota, styling is more dramatic all around, with a more aggressive face sporting standard bi-LED headlamps on all grades, and a variation in styling themes depending on which trim grade you choose, much like many of the newest Toyotas introduced lately. Sporting the same hood design that rolls over into the fenders like the hatch and the Prius Prime, the character lines of the greenhouse are also very similar in DNA. The car simply looks larger and more substantial overall, with more character front to rear. Wheels are larger too, with 16-inch steelies with covers on the LE all the way up to now 18-inch alloys on the XSE that you see here. On this one you'll also see silver accented lower rocker trims, a deck-lid spoiler, grillwork, and a handsome dual exhaust tip. Available will be higher-end features like adaptive front lighting system that steers headlights in the direction of your turn. The interior, to my surprise, was lifted directly from the sporty Corolla hatch, with its elevated bill of materials that include swaths of soft-stitch materials and a sweeping dash design that I would have sworn would have been too premium for the sedan. Flashy new choices of seating and interior accent colors will be tied to the trim grades. A floating center screen infotainment system will offer a myriad of choices for audio systems, connectivity, and navigation services, way too long to list here, when it goes on sale in the spring of 2019. Toyota Safety Sense 2.0 will also be standard across the board. Powering the 2020 Toyota Corolla will be a few options. Standard will be a 1.8-liter four-cylinder engine in CVT carried over from the current generation, but now tuned with 139 horsepower. Stepping up into the XSE and SE, however, will get you the same new 2-liter 4 found in the hatchback. Here you can choose between a 6-speed manual with rev matching or a new dynamic shift CVT with a physical first gear and a simulated 10-speed automatic operating range. That was a transmission I was actually pretty impressed with in the hatch. With 169 horsepower and 151 pound-feet of torque, two transmissions I liked well in the hatchback, it should elevate the Corolla in a class that offers very little in the way of excitement. Add this to a standard multi-link rear suspension across the model line, and Corolla may no longer be the poster boy for boredom. And lastly, given the Corolla now shares its architecture entirely with the Toyota Prius line, we were told a hybrid version will be along later next year. While specs weren't given, we can assume they will very closely mirror the Prius. Well, there you have it for the 2020 Toyota Corolla Sedan and our first sneak peek at it in the back of a winery. How clandestine was that? Anyway, final specs, pricing, all that information along with a full test drive review will be coming along later in the spring of next year. Until then, click right here, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll keep you notified on that, as well as clicking right there will get you our latest video. Either way, stay tuned.